Hi, I'm Pastor Jan Iguana, working at International Care Ministries Foundation, Incorporated. ICM is a Christian organization that partners with local churches throughout the Philippines in reaching the poorest of the poor. Before, I worked as a pastor in a small church in a coastal area. The members are small fishermen and doesn't have a specific catch that the church can depend on with their giving. Due to the needs of my family requires the family and the reason that we moved to the city. I tried to work in a construction while looking for a church to work with. ICM was started last 1992. A Chinese Singaporean, an interior designer, Mrs. Sharon Tin Tan, saw the situation of some Filipino in Bacolod who were suffering in extremely poverty and others in contagious disease. Scriptural basis in Isaiah chapter 61 verse number 1 says, "The Spirit of the Lord is on me because the Lord has anointed me to preach good news to the poor. He has sent me to bind up the brokenhearted, to proclaim freedom for the captives and release from darkness for the prisoners." Care ministry was known by the quote, "To God be the glory." The first 10 years of care ministry, the vision was strengthening, transforming, empowering communities through service and Christ's gift of salvation. I responded the offer of a slum church as in charge of the feeding program sponsored by International Care Ministry. At the same year, Care asked me to join as volunteer without pay, with the promise that they are going to sustain my family members with the food or meals in the table and other needs. We started with the feeding program of 200 malnourished children and found out that the kids didn't gain weight because the siblings are also eating the ration. So we changed it into a dry feeding 1 times a week for 6 months, 2 kilos of rice, 1/2 kilo or 1/4 kilo of beans, and a kilo of milk to the family whose members are physically ill. In line with this, we've also started the medical program, catering the patient with physical illness. 1 times a month, open air clinic in their area, free consultation or checkup, and also medicine. I was challenged when I saw Mom Sharon, when there is a need, she immediately responded. While having our visitation in one of the area, a skin and bone lady, Josephine, approached her and asked for help. She said, "Mom, can you help me? I need a coffin and a ground yard." In her mind, why she doesn't ask for medicine, food, or shelter? I can buy her life. So the lady lived happily for a couple of years in a nearby slum church with the help of care ministry. The Mission International Care Ministry is a Christian organization, partners with local churches throughout the Philippines to release the extremely impoverished community from spiritual, emotional, and physical bondage. We've seen the impact of the program to the churches we're helping with. So we extend the program to churches that works with the poorest of the poor. To qualify them, they have to undergo the follow-up instructor seminar conducted by International Care Ministry to train the pastor, the member, to become counselors. So the program that we offer to our partner pastors, we have feeding program for 6 months. The content of our feeding program, we have spiritual. We use the book Basic in Christian Living that was taught by a pastor. And in health, we have, or we call it primary health education or PHC, taught by care staff. And then the livelihood, we also use the bio-intensive gardening and also the acronym of FAITH, food always in the home, and other livelihood concern. And the next one, we also have the program, we call it medical or an OAC or open air clinic for 1 year in a church. It was conducted by staff and volunteer doctors. We also, under the medical program, we have special case assistance. We try to help those that are medically ill to assist with their needs. And then emergencies, we also assist the patient with their financial concern. And also TB program. We have in-house, and then we have also community-based. And then referrals, those patients that the pastor referred to ICM or care, then we cater them, assist them in their hospitalization. And also in livelihood, this is managed by care ministry. We have microloans extend to the participants or recipients, and also rice farm in Bago, and also bakery, and also balut production. And add on to that program, we have a follow-up seminar for pastors and counselors. We also have the film showing that is per request by the pastor or scheduled. And also we conduct child evangelism. This is especially for the children. Also we have Touchpoint Ministry, a special event for those nearest churches that wants to join once a week at care center and wants to learn praise and worship song. Also we have evangelistic crusades with foreigners. We use the foreigners to attract people so that we can do the evangelistic crusade. Also we have special big evangelistic crusades or events that was on May and also in December. On May, we called it Grand Touchpoint. That is the end of fiscal year, where we gather those recipients in one area and celebrate. We gather almost more or less 3,000 people And in December, we called it Celebrate Jesus, a Christmas celebration where care ministry is giving gifts to the recipients. We gather almost 3,000 people. And also we have another special program. We called it house construction with the partnership of Gawad Kalinga. The Lord was so faithful in meeting the needs of the ministry since it was started up to the present. The second decade of the ministry, by expanding the rest of the Visayas and Mindanao. Opening bases that we have in Dumaguete, Coronadal, Bohol, General Santos, Palawan, Dipolog, and in Manila. The new program that we extended the second decade, we have the pig production or pig racing in Don Salvador Benedicto. We also have preschool for tribal in Mindanao, ministry for precious women in Cagayan and in Bacolod. This is for the women who engage in prostitution. So we have a special program for them. And also computer school in Jensen. We have also project the Kauswagan in Bacolod in partnership with CCT. We have the special trips. We called it Vacation with a Purpose or Vision Trip. The last 3 years of the second decade, the challenge was to focus on the program with a high impact but less cost. For me, it's a great challenge because change will come soon. So from International Care Ministry Philippines Incorporated to International Care Ministry Foundation Incorporated, with the same vision, ultra-poor families released from physical, emotional, and spiritual bondage. With the mission, deliver the right support, right training, and right resources to unlock the bondage of poverty. ICM now focuses on a specific program, the Transform program, which is the content is values, health, and livelihood. This is more on training. The same it was taught by the pastors, health by the care staff, livelihood by the care staff. And also we have the Prevail, which is a saving groups. We think that poor could not save, but in reality, we have the Prevail program. They have the saving group. And also Family Academy. Instead of preschool or kindergarten, since we have in conflict with, not in conflict, but different agenda with other, yet we try to formulate this Family Academy. And also Thrive, we call it Thrive, a monthly fellowship, meetings and training for the pastors. Also health, catering cases, we still have with that program. Why we do what we do? As God has called us through this ministry, and we know that if we are going to do it, we are helping the poorest of the poor. Why I am still with ICM? Because ICM has the same vision and mission as before, in reaching the poor to Christ.